last thoughts, the biggest conversation with Real Housewives in New Jersey. We're not going to like do it to date per se. We're going to keep this nice and evergreen. What are your favorites in the contribution of what New Jersey's Teresa has brought to the show and what Melissa has brought to the show? And who do you happen to favor with?
I favor 100% Melissa and Joe Gorga. I love the Gorgas.
Yes.
I love everything about them. I think Melissa is, once again, I think Melissa is sort of the anchor. If you really want to know the truth, I feel like she's the anchor. I think Teresa got extremely jealous when Melissa and Joe came on the show way back when. I think Teresa's very jealous that they have a great marriage, and she has like gone through divorce, and her husband lied, and I mean, they've gone to jail. Like like the fact that like she doubles and triples down on her hatred, and like it just shows such an ugly side to Teresa. But if she could have a full come to Jesus and forgiveness, oh my God, I think the show would be so amazing with both of them if they could just forgive, because they would have their natural little things anyways, but they wouldn't have that it's uncomfortable to watch family members hate each other that much, because when we watch reality, it's escapism, and we all can fight with family members, right? So we don't want to see that kind of it just cuts too deep, and it just became too redundant and boring, that storyline. It was good for 1 or 2 seasons, but it got so out of control. So if they could have come full circle, and Teresa could have really swallowed all of her bullshit pride and said, "You're my little brother. I love you." Like, meaning, and I never want to fight again. Like, if that could have been a real moment, I think it could have really saved the series. You know what I mean? But now there's such a great divide. Like, I love the Patterson girls that, like, they're Patterson, Joe
Dolores,
and Dolores. They come from Patterson, New Jersey, which the statue of Lou Costello in Patterson, New Jersey. My grandfather came from Sicily with his family in Patterson, New Jersey. I love my Patterson girls, but Teresa, snap the fuck out of it. You're not bigger than the show.
Hey, all right. So listen, you are right about a lot of that. The rest is still unwritten, and I personally like Melissa Gorga.
You've got to evolve, and to, like, we kind of were gossiping like about Teresa and Melissa from the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Real House was in New Jersey. Yep. Bravo.
And why it's not working, where I'm team Gorgas all the way.
Yes.
But the problem with Teresa is she had the flipping table. She went to jail. She had all of these crazy things that made for good reality. But then it just became the same old shit. She couldn't take any accountability. And then when Louis came in, we thought, okay, maybe Louis will be good reality TV, because clearly he's a hot mess who's just a sociopath looking for, someone that's going to take care of him. And we saw that, like, he was pushing her in a way that wasn't going to be good. It's like he was filling her head with, like, you're the star. This is your show. No, sweetheart. One thing you have to learn about the franchise of The Real Housewives, the brand, The Real Housewives, is the star. And the women are interchangeable. The minute you get it twisted and you think this is my show, I'm the star, and it's going to go away if I'm not on it. No, honey. It's years ago. There was a host named Julie Moran who was on Entertainment Tonight. And her husband, Rob, was a client of mine at the management company. And when they were renegotiating her deal, he would say, like, yeah, she's holding out for, so much money, and she's the big name. And I literally looked at him one day and I said, Rob, Entertainment Tonight is the brand, sweetheart. Anybody, any host can come in and read the prompter and toss to some packages and hit a red carpet. Entertainment Tonight is the brand. Your wife is not the brand. 6 months later, they said, she was like, I want $1 million, a week. And they said, no, bye. And of course, Entertainment Tonight, 40 years later, is still going strong. That's the problem that Teresa is getting it. Teresa and Louis are thinking they're the show. Teresa's the star, and it can't go on without her. Oh, Bravo show. It could go on without her.
Hey, Ronnie Jr.